Yeah, okay, there we go. Right. So, oh boy, this episode. Yeah, 2 more plants well, I guess 1 more plant down.
Yeah, we waste a little bit more time with Braun for some reason.
I have no idea why Braum is, like, still a thing. I like it was nice to give like John a moment to like do her thing, but it's like I don't know, this felt kind of unnecessary.
Yeah, because I wanted to move on to more interesting things. Braun's boring.
Yeah, I really just don't care for Braum as a character at all. He's just like just big boring evil guy. Like he has an interesting little like song, but other than that, it's like, oh, he is Spider and he shoots people. It's like, all right.
Yeah, so they're gonna do the patch song thing consistently now, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
First guy didn't do it. He forgot it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess he just didn't feel like he needed it, and then he just like lost.
Yep.
I don't know if the patch song would have really helped him much there. But yeah, interestingly, it's like, I guess we just learned this time that, like, the Iron Maiden just isn't John's, like, medium. Because,
Yeah,
like,
well,
yeah, she just steps out of it and does her thing.
Well, yeah, that's how she did it before.
To give a little more explanation, the manga notes that the patch song outright overrides the user's will. Oh, real? Okay. Alright. Interesting. I thought there's some, like, weird, like, thing in the manga where they implied it was, like, the reason why, like, Silva got brainwashed or something. But, yeah, I guess that makes a bit more sense. Alright, yeah. It's weird, though. Yeah, this whole arc is, like, weird.
Yeah. Okay, I was checking Crunchyroll real quick. Yeah, there's no new Ghost game.
Okay, awesome.
Not that it would matter at this point.
But yeah.
Yeah, not that it would matter at this point.
Yeah. So yeah, Braum is just alive and he gets tortured and loses his arms and becomes a giant spider.
Yeah. And then Lyserg is like, surprise, I'm not dead, and then he incinerates him.
It's the only reason they're able to keep moving if their bodies are screwed up. Yeah, fair enough. Man, this just exists so Braum can, like, shoot his web at Lyserg, and they do the, like, you know... Like, I'm gonna be real, it's, like, the very cliche, like, buddy cop thing of, like, oh, the guy tried to shoot me, but thankfully I had this convenient thing in my shirt pocket that stopped the attack. Except this time it's the glasses.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't actually catch that that's what happened. He brought up the glasses, and I'm like, why does that matter?
Yeah, so Marco's glasses are bulletproof.
No, yeah, okay, I get it. I just wasn't paying enough attention. I'm tired.
Yeah, it's fine. I do like there's a little bit in the manga where, like, yo, Brahm's like, that's so stupid. Like, bulletproof glasses would hurt your nose so much to wear.
Dang.
It's like, yeah, I guess so.
Not really. It'd just be a different type of glass.
I know. They have a goofy little moment with it, though. But yeah, they sort of burn Braum alive, and I guess that's just it. Just hopefully his body wasn't too damaged from that.
The thing is, like, they incinerated him.
Yeah, the move is literally called cremation.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marco kept saying what he wanted to give Lyserg them as a gift, but he didn't want them. All the jokes were cut out for the fight. Yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, so Brahm's done. They beat him. Alright. And, like, I guess, like, Miss Maiden just had to, like, just revive everyone, so she's just out now. She just ran out of energy. She's revived too many people. Yeah, so this is like it's very weird because it's like guy after guy, but like we have these little like in between moments where it's like just cutting back to the beach with like the whole like party that's going on. And it's like it feels like it doesn't really like do anything when we cut back. So it's
Yeah.
just kind of like filler, and then we just go back and here's another fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a moment where it's like a character, like the character in the last room is just like, welcome to the final room. And I'm like, oh, did we just skip to the end? And I was excited because it's like, oh, great. We skip all the boring stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, disagree there, yeah. Like, I don't know, like, I understand why the, like, cutaway bits, like, exist, but, like, it's like, I'm really trying to think of, like, what we actually get, cause it's like, alright, we learned that, like, yeah, sorry.
There's no purpose. It's just everybody going, oh, yeah, we were enemies, and now it doesn't matter, and we're eating barbecue.
Yeah, it's like it's nice to have a bit more development with Blocken or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, the kids have escaped, and that's like basically it so far.
Yeah, the reveal that Red 7 Serum took the golem to go to Moo is like the only thing that actually matters in that scene.
Yeah. It's like, alright, like, that, sure, alright, yeah. They stole the golem, and it's like, alright, that's a pretty big deal. That's probably gonna come back later. Yeah, they also got the foul mana values. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Who cares?
I care. I wrote them all down.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I sure did. Man, like, Faust got shafted. Holy crap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I guess I didn't completely ignore or disregard everything that was mentioned because I noticed how tiny Faust's number is. It's like, holy crap. And I thought Ryu got shafted.
Yeah, Ryu's like actually like he's not like, the strongest or anything, he also is pretty weak, but he's like not that like bad. Faustnor died. Oh my god, you're right. Faustnor went to hell. What the heck?
Oh crap, wait, but he died in this episode, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So if the golem can revive him, maybe Faust can get a power boost finally. Holy crap. Dude, I want it. I want so bad.
So we'll see what happens.
Friggin' like I don't know if there's like stuff in between the Tranger War, but it's like friggin' Horror went from like something like 2,000 to 120,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it an alien? Also, oh yeah, side note, yeah, we see the final plan and it's just straight up aliens.
or a patch wearing an alien mask.
Yeah. I do want to specify, we do see in like a quick panel in the manga, it's like it's way clearer in the manga that it's like just a guy in a mask. But still, yeah, we're going through all the environments, and it's like, oh yeah, last environment is just space, and there's just an alien on a flying saucer who's just like presumably they've just created a vacuum, like it's just actual space. Which is like really confusing because it's like Golva and like the other Patch Kids seem to be fine, but they mentioned that Hal has like a barrier of like air around his like mana or something, like he's like using an oversoul to breathe.
Yeah, I think that's straight up the implication. It's like if they didn't form an oversoul to breathe, like this might be like a final trial kind of thing. It's like if you can't overcome this, then you don't become the Shaman King.
How is Yo gonna fight a dude in space? I am so curious about how this is gonna go down.
He'll swing his sword at him real good.
Is this like... Cause I'm like, who's even gonna like do this fight? Wait, no, I think I got... Oh my god, it's so obvious. Yeah, this is where they're... Yeah, the golem. We're gonna have the big fight where it's like, oh yeah, hey everyone, get in the golem and we'll like fight, with our like mecha.
Dad made the golem so it could go anywhere.
Dad made the golem so it could go anywhere. Right, I should also mention they do quickly, like, bring up, so it's like Alien just, like, Ling how long to, like, the final place and stuff. And he's like, oh yeah, the ancients created the city of Mu to, like, go into, like, actual space and leave the planet, and that's why all the plants exist. Because they want to get, like, all the biomes of Earth, like, so they could, like, all just, like, repopulate species or whatever, I guess. Where I think of shamanism, outer space is definitely the first thing that comes to mind. Oh, yeah. Man, this series has gone some places. Like, just, River was just like, oh, there's just a kid who gets possessed by a samurai and that lets him fight real good.
Yep. And then we eventually get to, they're a Native American tribe because they go to America for this, right?
Yeah, right, yeah, this isn't just like a guy in an alien costume, this is like a Native American in an alien costume.
Yeah, and they create jumbo jets and submarines with ancient shamanistic powers.
With their traditional patch tribe methods.
Yeah.
Man, it's such a dumb running gag, but I just love it so much. Just every bit of patch technology is just made with traditional methods as the most advanced crap imaginable.
It's ridiculous.
But yeah, like, how, like, goes off he's gonna go to the final area and be the final boss and stuff. And, like, he mentions, like, oh yeah, I can, like, read minds, but also, like, I do appreciate people, like, actually explaining stuff to me.
Yeah.
It's
like it's easier if you just tell me in words, because that way I don't have to try and interpret your thoughts.
Yeah, the manga does make this a little more clear, because it's like, the manga's explanation is like, like, when you read someone's mind, all their thoughts are jumbled together, and when they, like, try to speak, they, like, reorganize them into a, like, easier way to understand. So it's like, okay, yeah, fair enough. No, he reads people's intent and he got better with time. Yeah, makes sense.
Did you say that the power let him actually read minds?
Yeah, straight up.
Oh, also that's Opacho's power. I think we knew that.
Right, so here's the thing. Alright, we're gonna, like, let's just get to this real quick.
Or no, I think we thought Opacho's power was to see into the future.
Yeah, that's another whole thing, because it's like, alright. Like, this goes on. Meanwhile, like, the main characters fight another Patch Tribe member, and he's a friggin' owl.
Yeah. And it's like, oh yeah, his claws aren't trying to scratch, they're trying to grab Rin and crush him to death.
I just realized how much of, like, a tonal shift this is. We went from, like, oh yeah, aliens in space, to just, hey, fight this Native American owl man. We also learned that Yo is also getting some kind of visual power. Yeah.
Is he?
Alright, so to, like, put this in or it's, like, more understandable, it's like, yeah, they're finding this guy and Opacho's like, oh yeah, don't worry, like, his, like, claws can only do this or whatever. And, like, in my mind, like, this entire time, it's like, we've been seeing Opacho kind of predict things, and I'm like, oh, Opacho can see the future, right? And it turns out that's not what he's doing, he's just reading everyone's minds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, Yo kind of, like, hears him kind of make these predictions, and he's like, wait a second.
Also, I was wrong about Opacho being secretly, like, super strong or whatever, because Opacho has, like, a power level of 800.
Oh yeah. Keep in mind, like, before dying, like, what was it? Chocolob's power was like 2,000, and now it's like 197,000.
Oh right, yeah. Yo has like a vision or something.
Yeah. Man, Chocolob just straight up is the strongest member of their team, isn't he? Like, holy crap. But yeah, so it's like Opacho can just read people's minds, and he just struggles to read Rin's because he, like, thinks a lot of big words. And
Also, it like that obviously this isn't what Opacho said, but like Rin's first language is probably Chinese.
yeah, I was just thinking that, like, because I assume it's like, if you read Rin's thoughts and he thinks in, like, Chinese, then, like, you probably understand the intent, but it's probably, like, a whole, like, layer of transparency, right?
Yeah, I say it probably doesn't matter because like for that kind of thing, they hand wave it in anime because even like
Yeah.
all the Americans will speak Japanese.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's just that, like, bit where they just, like, they land in, like, the middle of rural, like, Route 66, just off in the desert, and just hitchhike a random dude, and this random trucker on, like, Route 66 in America is speaking, like, fluent Japanese.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
Oh,
it's
it's
like
great. I
I,
love
I
it.
I like the idea that Opacho has trouble reading Ren's mind because he's thinking stuff in Chinese and not because he's thinking big words.
Yeah. Honestly, that kind of makes sense. But yeah, so it's
Although
like,
that also doesn't make sense because like you don't think in a language, you think in like ideas, concepts, and whatnot.
kinda, it's hard to really say. It's a whole weird thing. 'Cause it's like, you don't really, like, think about it until you sort of, like, try to, but it's like, yeah, when I think of what I'm going to say or whatever, it's like, you do kind of think in, like, words that come to you, kind of. It's weird. It's
Yeah,
something people normally aren't, like, super aware of, I imagine, yeah. You can visualize words, yeah, it's like people, talk
true.
about, like, their, like, inner, like, voice or whatever, and their thoughts or whatever. Yeah, it's so weird to, like, wrap your head around. But yeah, it's like, usually when this stuff happens, it'll be like, oh yeah, a character will just have a thought bubble, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's how you know it works, because they, like, know the thought bubble, and that's an easy way to get around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, I'm here thinking, like, okay, Opacho can predict the future, and I've, like, had this little moment of, like, wait a second. If Opacho knows the future and Hao can read minds, is, like, does Hao just read Opacho's thoughts and that lets him know everything that's gonna happen? And it's like, no, Opacho can also just read minds, and that's just how he knows things.
Yeah. Also, there wouldn't be any need for that. Like Apache would just tell him.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, it's like an interesting idea for a second. And then, like, Yo just sees a vision of, like, the demon rabbit from Hal's backstory that isn't in the anime for some reason.
Oh, okay. I got confused. Like, yeah, I didn't actually understand what he was seeing.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure I missed whatever the first, like, vision Yo has down here is, but I definitely caught that one.
Yeah.
Yo, Pacho hates when Hal reads his mind. Yeah, right, that's a whole thing.
Mm.
But yeah, Yo is, like, somehow getting visions of, like, Hal's backstory, seemingly. And hopefully we'll learn what that's about in the anime, but I mean, we already know
I know.
because we, like, went over it.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I know why he's getting the visions. It's so he has something to use to try to talk him down.
Yeah. Hey, people are also confused by that because it was technically a side manga that you could have missed. Oh, yeah. it's gonna be really crazy if if the main anime and or manga just never like addresses that in like a full context. And it's just like, oh, I guess Hal has something to do with this demon rabbit, and I don't know, he's lonely for some reason.
Get it when Yo tries to talk him down, and he's like explaining to Hal his own backstory.
Yeah. Yo explains about how he was also that kid on the swing alone, and he was also feeling sad. Oh, well, it's probably gonna be a bit more involved than that, I imagine. Like, this series is definitely more bombastic than that.
Well, we already know that nobody can beat Hal, so it has to end with Yo talking him down.
Yeah, at least Mappa Dojo is in a volume release. Oh, yeah. Like, can you imagine if it just, like, if you just didn't, like, yeah, thank goodness I looked that up. Holy crap. But yeah, like, new plan. Everyone, like, fights Birdman.
Yeah.
Or I should say everyone, it's mostly just Ren.
Yeah. And Ren reveals that he's figuring out how to go lightning fast.
Yeah. Glad to hear help. Oh yeah, thanks, man. So like how familiar are you with like the final arc of Hunter x Hunter?
Not at all. The Chimera Ant arc?
Yeah, Rin basically just obtains Godspeed.
Oh, good.
He obtains Godspeed and or Whirlwind, I assume.
Wait,
It's like, oh.
Isn't that something Killua does?
Yes.
Okay, I thought that sounded familiar.
Yeah, there's just a bit in Hunter x Hunter where Killua's like figures out his ultimate technique, and he's like, oh yeah, I can just like circulate lightning through my body and like, you know, force myself to like react instinctively based on aura and crap. And it's like this whole thing where it's like he becomes faster because he like basically manages to like hack his like nervous system to like force his body to move faster than he can think.
Cool.
It's a really cool power. I honestly like it a lot. And it's like the one big downside is like, hey, you use up a law of lightning, and once you're out, you're out. Go find a like plug to charge it or something. Go find a wall outlet to hook yourself up to.
I think I've seen like a GIF that's like shows what he looks like when he does it. It's like a shot of him walking down a hill or something, and he like tilts his head and like lightning courses through him, and like his hair flies up.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, it's a cool GIF that people post.
Oh man, yeah, it seems like Rin basically gets that because like he spends all of time finding this owl guy, and he's like, yo, he's like hiding in the like volcanic ash clouds and stuff, and like, yo, trying to like sneak attack them, and you see Rin's like dumb like hair point just like spark with electricity, and he's like, oh, there he is, and he just does the anime like teleportation dodge thing where they just like warp behind someone because they're moving too fast to see.
Yeah, you could feel the movement in his hair fin.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I'm kind of like split this a bit because it's like, alright, yeah, sure, this makes sense. Like, I get the idea that it's like Rin's trying to develop new techniques to catch the Patch Tribesmen off guard in future battles. But it's also like, boy, you spent a lot of time just sort of like playing around with this guy and wasting energy, huh?
Yeah.
That's correct, because after dying again, he's trying to get better at fighting. Oh, yeah. Honestly, yeah, just straight up 100%. Like, of course Ren would. Yeah, it's like, then there's a bit of like, there's a few bits of Omega that I forgot to mention. One is that, like, yo, Will Pacho is, like, predicting things. For a second, Yo's like, wait, he can't be seeing the future. And the manga, he has a little explanation where he's like, okay, because my family actually could see the future, and it, like, wasn't that precise, because the future is always changing. So he's like, okay, yeah, he has to be doing something else, because, like, this isn't how, like, seers work. And the Artha is that it's like, before Rin finishes this effing owl man off, Ren's just like has this weird inner monologue that like the anime cuts out where he's like, I've surpassed his power, I've like drawn the power of creation and come stronger than the Big Bang itself. And that's why his like new technique is called something like light bang or something. I think it's something like electric bang.
Maybe, I forgot.
Oh man, they actually addressed that in the next patch fight. Oh yeah, neat, awesome. All right.
But yeah, I don't know, Rin. That's kind of silly. The power of lightning doesn't outweigh the power of the Big Bang.
To be fair, I have heard dumber names for lightning attacks. There is a character in Bleach that has a lightning skill called something like electrocution or Lexecution or something. And it's trying to be like electrocution and also like execution. And it's something like Alexecution. It's called Elec Bang in the official release. Damn.
I mean, that's not that dumb. Elec Bang sounds like a Digimon attack.
You know what, now you mention it, kinda does, actually. Oh man, I can kind of see it, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Digimon attack names are dumb.
Yeah, just never forget Marching Fishes. Marching Fishes is canon. And, like, not only do the fishes not march, it's also not grammatically correct in any way at all.
Nah, but who cares?
Oh, man.
Trying to think. Like, Digimon attack names get better as they get less dumb as they evolve. Unless you're like a filth type Digimon, then your attacks are going to be like poop or whatever.
Which is better, Pepper Breath or Baby Flame?
I like Pepper Breath more.
Yeah, Pepper Breath is like, no, or something about it. Pepper Breath is a solid attack name. It's weird, but gets the point across.
It's just that you remove baby from the name, and it makes it sound stronger immediately.
Yeah.
Which I guess might not be the point of that attack, but...
Yeah, because it's Baby Flame, and then he evolves and it becomes Mega Flame.
Yeah.
Baby Flame makes more sense, but I like Pepper Breath. Yeah. I think, like, English Greymon stuff, Mega Flame, it's like Nova Flare or something, and it's like, you know what, fair enough. That's a better one. Like, I like Nova Flare.
Eventually we get all the way up to, like, Terra Destroyer.
Man, I still just, like, appreciate the whole thing where it's like Agumon's line is just, you just go up to, like, an adult dinosaur, and the next stage up from fire breathing is, like, nuclear fission.
Yeah.
And, like, what's the stage up from that? And it's just straight up, like, nuclear fusion, and you throw suns at people. That's just straight up what War Greymon does. He throws tiny suns at people. Oh, man.
Powerful. How do you beat that?
How do you beat tiny suns?
Yeah.
Good question. Let's look at the million other overpowered abilities in that series.
Yeah.
Let's look at, like, the Giga Dragon that can stop time and has to be sealed or it'll destroy the universe. Dragon Nuke Knight. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've gone through we've talked about this, where it's like every Mega Digimon in their description is the strongest Digimon in the world.
Yeah, never forget that, like, Megidramon just existing destroys, like, reality.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, destroys the planet just by being around. Oh, man. But yeah, Shaman King. So yeah, they beat Birdman.
Yeah, he's whatever, they kill him. Rin
Yeah.
kills him.
Yeah, Rin kills him. Rin's been killing, like, most of these guys, it feels like. Like, Rin's got a lot of play. Rin's kind of feeling like more of the main character than the actual main character at this point.
Yeah, although Yo finally fights in the next room.
Yeah, and he just gets wrecked, like, immediately.
Yeah. So it's the announcer guy, and his power is that he channels like all of his Furyoku into a sword, which, gives an immediate weak point.
Oh yeah, because if you can just hit him once, he's down.
Yeah, because if you knock his sword out of his hand, that's it.
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly.
The
Yeah,
problem is that he's very very good at what he does.
Yeah. It's like, alright, you go through, it's like, alright, Braum, who cares? Braum's really lame. He's just a spider, he doesn't even, like, bite people. Like, it's whatever. Owlman, alright, bit cooler, but, not really a big deal. They just kind of, like, clawing him super hard. This dude!
I don't even remember Owl Guy's name.
Magna.
Okay.
Yeah. This dude is, like, legit, and we've weirdly built it up, which is kinda great.
Yeah, Redeem has been around the whole time because he was the tournament announcer.
Yeah, and, like, the anime doesn't quite show it, but there's a really cool, like, panel in the manga where it's just a series of images showing, like, various times in the tournament where he's dodged, like, enemy attacks that flew at him and stuff. And it's like, oh, that wasn't by accident. He was just, like, playing a goof all along. It was actually just, like, always this good.
They show like one scene in the anime. They show him like jumping out of the way of a hit.
They at least say he's probably been so close to death. Oh yeah. Just like, it's like, yeah, it makes perfect sense, because, like, what would you do if, like, someone just tried to kill the announcer? Well, we just gotta make the announcer be really good at his job. Because, like, why not, right?
Yeah. So, like I said, he's like a super glass cannon. Or, I didn't say that he's a glass cannon. The dude in chat did.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's straight up glass cannon, super strong sword that will kill you in one hit. But if you knock it out of his hand, I assume he would just lose.
Oh yeah. I do cap call bullcrap on, like, Yo swings this, like, big Byakuyo arm, and he, like, cuts through it. And it's like, isn't the deal with that weapon that, like, negates for Yoku or something? Does it just, like, stop oversouls from working? Like, what happened to the power of nullification? Oh well.
Good
Man uses his sunglasses to beat Yo ass. Oh yeah, legit. Yeah, everyone just rushes him, and he just, like, wrecks everyone, like, immediately, and then, like, escapes to the middle of the lake.
And he stabs Faust.
Yeah. Yes, to the tech, but he's really fast. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not automatic. Yo has to consciously do it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, his opponent's really fast, so yeah, it makes sense.
I feel like it would still be pretty easy for Yo to just break his oversoul, but, like, yeah, fair enough. Like, I guess he just has to, like, outthink this guy then for a second, and then he can, like, beat him in a sword clash, and, if he can just break the oversoul once and his sword is still coming, he probably wins.
Yeah, so Even if it didn't work the first time, clearly the best strategy for this fight is that everybody rushes him until it works.
Yeah.
Because he can't, like, surely he can't fight off all of them all at once forever. Like, somebody's gonna land a hit.
That's the thing, it's like, he only has one weapon, but he does have his glasses for, like, side attacks. Basically gives a rundown that this is all pointless because all of the mana they've wasted just to get to the 4th room. Oh yeah, straight up. That's something I do appreciate, is that they're very consistently like, oh yeah, look at how much energy you're wasting. You're not gonna, like, be able to make it through this. Like, in the manga, like, this guy even just straight up, like, says, like, oh yeah, like, having your, like, oversoul out doesn't waste any energy, just, like, straight up.
Just turning it on.
Yeah, but, like, you're using, like, moves that do waste energy. He's like, so yeah, just, like, turn your weapons off, leave now, and you'll, like, still have enough energy to, like, make it to the surface. Like, you can still just walk away and you'll be able to, like, get out of here. Cause, like, yeah, I haven't, like, broken your, like, weapons that many times yet.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, like, the goal isn't to fight Hal. So I guarantee they'll get to the final room, or they'll beat the final room, and at that point, they'll have used all of their energy.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And it's like, okay, well, now we have to talk it out.
Man, what if, like, Golem shows up, and because of the weird, like, mana battery thing, it just recharges all their, like, MP, basically?
I mean, yeah.
Like, I feel like that's possible.
That kind of makes sense. It's like a last minute, like, all right, everybody needs to be up and ready to fight.
Yeah, just take all the energy we have left in the Golem and, like, do what you can. So yeah, like, everyone just attacks the studio, like, just beats everyone out. Chocolove comes to, like, attack him from the side, just throws his glasses at him, and he, like, grabs them back before they fall in the water as Chocolove is, like, knocked away. Because he's gotta still have his glasses, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, crap, how do we deal with this? And the answer is, you don't. And he just looks at the main group and he's like, alright, well, they're a bit distracted, let's just kill the healer. And he, like, just stabs Faust and murders him. Seemingly.
Yeah. Yeah, it might have been like a body double or something, but it would also make sense if he actually died so he gets the power boost.
I would believe that Faust is, like, good enough at what he does that he can, like, sew himself up internally. I don't know how, I believe he can do it, though.
He left enough energy from his... he left enough energy in his wife, and she'll bring him back.
Man, because, like, Faust is the last healer, so of course, like, we have to have someone, like, show up to, like, revive the healer.
Yo will be like, oh, I know how to revive people. It's just like I need to not do it.
Oh man. Like, for, like, the next part of this fight, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. This one's, like, good so far. Man, well, if what happens is, like, alright, the golem shows up, and, like, it just, like, goes through the front entrance, like, runs into Miss Maiden, and it's like, oh yeah, I'll give you enough energy to revive someone, and then that's how they get Faust back up.
That makes sense.
Well, if that's how... Yeah, I could see it, yeah. Man, there's so many ways this could go. There's so much that, like... Man, I still don't know what the heck is up with, like, alien person. Do get a few reveals for info next episode. Oh, interesting. Alright. Oh, man. But yeah, is there anything else we really want to get into? Because this is pretty much, like, where the episode just ends.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't really have anything else to add.
Yeah, dealing with the golem. Oh, okay. A few reveals about the golem, huh? Alright. But yeah, like, yeah, I feel like I like this one well enough.
It's fine. I just wish we could get through the patch fight. It's like it's not that I'm not eager to see the series end because like I'm tired of it. It's just I don't know. We've been leading this confrontation for so long. I just want to get there.
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of similar boat because it's like I get what the deal with this type of like like story structure is, where it's just like boss rush basically. Go ahead to read the finally OG manga ending. Oh my god! Wait, this is where it happens?
Dang.
Dang. All right. Holy crap! All right, that's gonna be interesting.
It just ends it here against like this
Holy
guy.
Crap. Raidum just like beats like all the people, and he's like, alright, well, I guess you'll never be Shaman King, yo. And they just leave.
Watch the next episode first and then watch the Shaman King thing. Or read the
Shaman
King.
I'll like watch the episode first and like, read the manga and see if I'm like track it down if it's not on the version I'm reading. Which I believe it like isn't. Like, I think I'm reading the original, but like it's hard to tell. Because like my version didn't have the like Lucius fight it with like, like in Mu, And then chapters after a dream. Okay, yeah, I'll have to keep that in mind, yeah. After the dream. After we take all the normal pills, that's a dream reference. Nobody cares. Right, do we care at all about, like, just, like, how strong everyone is in the numbers?
I don't.
I should mention yours, like, 108,000, because 108 get it.
Yep.
And somehow, like, outside of Faust, Yo is, like, the second weakest member of... Well, actually, he is slightly stronger than Rin. Alright, I'll take that. Like, Yo's, like, the third weakest member of the team or something. And,
Yeah,
like,
that's
Rin
weird.
is something like the second weakest. Not counting Faust, of course, because Faust is, like, holy crap. Like, he's actually not that far from, like, Ryu, yeah. Oh, hey, what's going on, Daydream?
Oh, hey.
Numbers were more to showcase how much they were wasting. Oh, yeah. There's, like, a lot you can glean from this. Like, Rin's already half done. Just straight up, like, exactly half. Yo's faring pretty well. Like, Horo's, like, kinda rough. Chocolove is, like, killing it.
Because he hasn't done anything.
Yeah, Chocolove's still got like 167,000 left. Chocolove can go for a while.
Yeah. I should say,
yeah.
I've been saying, like, oh yeah, everybody will just recover passively and then they'll be ready to fight later. I appreciate them, like, Miss Maiden being taken out and her being like, I just won't be able to recover in time.
Yeah, unless something happens, Miss Maiden is just done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do appreciate that Yo's not, like, the strongest. Like, it's not like Naruto, where the main character just becomes, like, the most overpowered, and everyone else is just kind of sidelined. It's like, yeah, really, if you look at it, like, this should be, like, Chocolove's big show, but it's like, other characters are doing things, so, he's, like, holding off. Chocolove should be, like, wiping all these dudes into the ground. Like, Chocolove and Lyser, just, like, absolutely. Jeez, I want to put something into perspective, because we get these numbers after Lyser does, like, his one thing against Braum and just beats him. just doing that from something like 170,000 to 115. Lyser used, like, something like 5 times as much energy as Faust has total in, like, 2 attacks. Lurk. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Chocolove's honestly playing smart by not wasting too much mana. Oh, yeah, straight up. Like, at this point, the name of the game is, like, efficiency more than anything else. Yeah, it's why Lyserg told him to hold off. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
if he's stronger than everybody else, then it makes sense they're reserving his power.
yeah, friggin' Chocolove and Horror of all... Actually, no, Chocolove and Lyserg, but still. Horror's still pretty up there. Horror's something like the third strongest in the group or some crap, just jeez. Man, like these power boosts are like just crazy when you actually like write them down and just look at them for a second. Just holy crap. Yeah, remember when like just effing like Oversoul's Yo and Rin used for like 300?
Yeah,
Oh boy, isn't that like small now?
power levels have just kept growing
Yeah,
because
the
they keep
power
coming up.
creep is real.
Yeah, they keep coming up with the excuses for why they keep getting more powerful.
I kind of love that the power creep is real, but we still have Ochako at like 800. And it's like, oh hey, here's a character that could probably kill everyone early on, and now they're just like nothing, and they're just hanging around.
Yeah, because Apache's power level doesn't actually matter all that much. They don't do anything.
And they can form their little sheep-like armor.
Yeah, kick people.
Man, well, what if Opacho just died and came back at like something like 700,000 or some crap?
That'd be wild. I do like that whoever saves Apacho, because the owl guy attacks them and like somebody swoops in to save them and then someone else is like, or I think it's the owl guy. It's like you didn't need to do that, he's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have dodged anyway. Yeah, it's Chocolove that saves him, actually. Yeah.
Right. I couldn't remember who actually did it.
Chocolove, like, that's like one of the only times he's, like, done anything this entire, like... Most of his energy waste was probably from just forming the flying city and then not using it, honestly. Just straight up. Holy crap. Both Silver and Magma are both aimed for Opacho. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's another thing I appreciate. It's like, in all these fights, they're just straight up like, oh yeah, kill the healer first, because of course. Just take out the weak and vulnerable. Just force them to waste as much energy as you can.
Kill the healer and the one who can read minds.
Yeah. Oh, hey, this kid seems weak. Would, like, Yo bring him back? Yeah, probably. Alright. Good. Let's just make them waste to revive. Gotta target the back row to make you waste all your Phoenix downs.
Apacho needs to die and then come back with the Omega Sheep.
Oh man. Like all I'm thinking is there's just a character in Black Clover, which like still is a great series. I have my problems. But it's like there's one character whose power is to just like summon sheeps to fight with. And they like have an entire like big thing where like they reveal their quote unquote true nature. It's like their real ability is a wolf in sheep's clothing. So their sheep just turns into a wolf stand and just beats the shit out of a guy. It's like, oh, alright. Huh. I guess that works. It is kind of related. Man, that's dumb but kind of cool. Oh, man. So yeah, anything else we really want to get into?
Nope.
Right. What's on my mind, I should say, is like an announcement or whatever, that like we have finally met the goal for the like Digimon lore talk. That's happening.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, Depper like got the foul points and he really wanted me to like tell that to people. So now it's like, that'll be happening like not tomorrow Thursday, but like next Thursday. That's gonna go down, hopefully, if I get everything ready in time, which I probably will. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. I have no idea how it's going to work, but screw it, we'll see what happens. So yeah, I guess, yeah.
Looking forward to seeing all the effort you put into it.
So like all the lore Sir Didron Group's lore. Yeah, I'll do my best to take class professor. Yeah, it is the lore of the adventure canon up to the end of adventure.
Get into like the movies and stuff later, probably.
Yeah, because I was thinking like, alright, we could probably go into the movies, but then I have to get into like Ryu stuff, and like, do people know what the Wonder Swan is? Because that's a whole other thing.
I was confused when you were talking about Ryu. I'm like, who's Ryu?
Right, yeah, Rio, not Rio.
Rio, yeah.
Yeah. But
God,
yeah.
You went so far as to get the information from the Wonder Swan game?
Yes.
Oh,
I looked into it and then I was like, oh, this is a lot. I don't know if I could fit this all in here. We've already got so much going on. I'll just save this until 02 where it would like make sense in the like timeline. Just gotta start the 02 one and it's like, oh yeah, the Wonder Swan, right? And everyone's like, the what? Huh? Alright. But yeah, hopefully like at least everyone showing up will at least learn one new thing. I feel like that's my goal. The Wonder Swan stuff you nerd out when you were watching the TV, and yeah, this super important Wonder Swan game that's the reason why everything in 02 actually happens. That thing. Cause like there's no way I could cover 02 and not, right? Like, cause of course. But this should be fun. Like, Lucky has, like, no idea what I've actually put into the, like, presentation, so it'll be, like, new to him, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, man. So, yeah, I guess I'll see you guys around then.
Yep, later.
Later. Like how Japanese want you to read everything to get the full picture. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.